Hey, Frida. How are you?
Hi, Doc.
Okay. What are you going to? Are you going to play some music, or you going to play what? You're going to try the blockchain video and see what's going to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. See
Okay.
what that's going to be scratching. What? First of all, before you go, it told me that we're already streaming.
Yes, yes.
All right, so we already okay.
Decentralized finance. Launched on December 2nd, 2023, this program incentivizes participants with Actuate tokens, or ACT, for their engagement and learning efforts. Our aim is to create a knowledgeable community proficient in blockchain and DeFi concepts, crucial in today's digital economy. Let's explore the key features of our program educational focus. We cover a comprehensive curriculum, including the basics of blockchain, principles of decentralized finance, use of digital wallets, navigating exchanges, and understanding liquidity pool. Recurring learning cycle. Our sessions are structured in a 4-week cycle with virtual learning lessons every Saturday, ensuring consistent learning. Incentivized learning participants earn Actuate tokens for completing lessons and demonstrating their understanding. This model motivates continuous learning and introduces practical use of blockchain tokens. Graduates of our program can transition into teaching roles, reinforcing their learning and educating new participants. Teachers also earn Actuate tokens, creating a self-sustaining educational ecosystem. Community empowerment. Our program empowers members with valuable skills in blockchain and DeFi, enabling them to leverage Actuate tokens for personal and professional growth. Here's how the Actuate blockchain and DeFi faucet works. Structured learning program. Over 4 weeks, participants delve into various aspects of blockchain and DeFi. Week 1, Introduction to Blockchain. Basics of blockchain technology, its history, and fundamental principles. Week 2, Introduction to DeFi. Essentials of decentralized finance, smart contracts, DeFi platforms, and applications. Week 3, Digital wallets and exchanges. Setting up and using digital wallets and trading on cryptocurrency exchanges. Week 4, Advanced DeFi concepts. Exploring liquidity pools, risk management, and security in DeFi. Weekly interactive sessions. Every Saturday we conduct interactive sessions blending lectures, discussions, and hands-on activities. Incentivized learning with Actuate tokens. Participants earn Actuate tokens for their engagement, providing practical experience in managing digital assets. Pathway to teaching. Graduates can become teachers, undergoing a brief training module and earning Actuate tokens for their contributions. The Actuate blockchain and DeFi faucet is more than an educational program. It's a catalyst for disseminating practical knowledge and fostering a community well-versed in digital innovations. Join us in shaping the future of blockchain and decentralized finance within the African context. Welcome to the Actuate Blockchain and Decentralized Finance Faucet, an innovative learn-to-earn program designed to educate and empower community members about blockchain technology and decentralized finance. Launched on December 2nd, 2023, this program incentivizes participants with Actuate tokens, or ACT, for their engagement and learning efforts. Our aim is to create a knowledgeable community proficient in blockchain and DeFi concepts, crucial in today's digital economy. Let's explore the key features of our program educational focus. We cover a comprehensive curriculum, including the basics of blockchain, principles of decentralized finance, use of digital wallets, navigating exchanges, and understanding liquidity pool. Recurring learning cycle. Our sessions are structured in a 4-week cycle with virtual learning lessons every Saturday, ensuring consistent learning. Incentivized learning participants earn Actuate tokens for completing lessons and demonstrating their understanding. This model motivates continuous learning and introduces practical use of blockchain tokens. Graduates of our program can transition into teaching roles, reinforcing their learning and educating new participants. Teachers also earn Actuate tokens, creating a self-sustaining educational ecosystem. Community empowerment. Our program empowers members with valuable skills in blockchain and DeFi, enabling them to leverage Actuate tokens for personal and professional growth. Here's how the Actuate blockchain and DeFi faucet works. Structured learning program. Over 4 weeks, participants delve into various aspects of blockchain and DeFi. Week 1, Introduction to Blockchain. Basics of blockchain technology, its history, and fundamental principles. Week 2, Introduction to DeFi. Essentials of decentralized finance, smart contracts, DeFi platforms, and applications. Week 3, Digital wallets and exchanges. Setting up and using digital wallets and trading on cryptocurrency exchanges. Week 4, Advanced DeFi concepts. Exploring liquidity pools, risk management, and security in DeFi. Weekly interactive sessions. Every Saturday we conduct interactive sessions blending lectures, discussions, and hands-on activities. Incentivized learning with Actuate tokens. Participants earn Actuate tokens for their engagement, providing practical experience in managing digital assets. Pathway to teaching. Graduates can become teachers, undergoing a brief training module and earning Actuate tokens for their contributions. The Actuate blockchain and DeFi faucet is more than an educational program. It's a catalyst for disseminating practical knowledge and fostering a community well-versed in digital innovations. Join us in shaping the future of blockchain and decentralized finance within the African context. Welcome to the Actuate Blockchain and Decentralized Finance Faucet, an innovative learn-to-earn program designed to educate and empower community members about blockchain technology and decentralized finance. Launched on December 2, 2023, this program incentivizes participants with Actuate tokens, or ACT, for their engagement and learning efforts. Our aim is to create a knowledgeable community proficient in blockchain and DeFi concepts, crucial in today's digital economy. Let's explore the key features of our program Educational Focus. We cover a comprehensive curriculum, including the basics of blockchain, principles of decentralized finance, use of digital wallets, navigating exchanges, and understanding liquidity pool. Recurring learning cycle. Our sessions are structured in a 4-week cycle with virtual learning lessons every Saturday, ensuring consistent learning. Incentivized learning participants earn Actuate tokens for completing lessons and demonstrating their understanding. This model motivates continuous learning and introduces practical use of blockchain tokens. Graduates of our program can transition into teaching roles, reinforcing their learning and educating new participants. Teachers also earn Actuate tokens, creating a self-sustaining
Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's session. I think we can begin. So my name is Frida, and I'll be taking you, through today's session. So today we'll be talking about liquidity pools. Yes, and just before we dive into that, I know most of us right now we want to. It's the time when we receive our Actuate tokens. So after sending in your wallet address, since this is a learn to earn program, you send in your wallet address, and at the end of the month, you get some Actuate tokens. So for your wallet addresses, first of all, what I want to say is when opening a wallet, as you said, the process is you go to the Google Play Store, you download Trust Wallet, and then you follow the steps to create your wallet. So this wallet, as we said, is very private. Yes. When creating a wallet, first of all, it gives you an option. Okay, first of all you get 12 phrases. Yeah, you have to copy down those phrases, and these phrases are very personal. So you should not share them with anyone else. If anyone requests you to send them your phrases, do not send it to them. And make sure you store your phrases in a very safe space. And if anyone helped you to create a wallet and they told you maybe to send the phrases, or maybe they saw your phrases, make sure that you create another wallet. It is possible to create a new wallet within Trust Wallet or even MetaMask. So that's what I'd like to say for today before we dive in the session. So our program for today, as I said, the topic is liquidity pools, and our topic master today is Charity. And then after the topic master speaks, we'll have a Q&A session. And then later on, we'll get some additional comments from our CEO, Dr. Masharia, and then some web updates from Grace Njeri, and then we'll conclude the session. So thank you very much for joining us, and I would like to invite our topic master for today. So Charity, you're welcome.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
So today I'll be talking about liquidity pools, the definition, its importance, and showing the process from getting tokens in Binance Exchange to your wallet. And yeah, so a liquidity pool refers to a collection of funds locked into a smart contract on a decentralized finance platform. So these pools facilitate trading by providing liquidity, which allows users to swap one asset for another directly from the pool rather than relying on traditional order books. Liquidity providers earn fees based on the trading activity in the pool, proportional to their contribution to the pool's total liquidity. So how to create a liquidity pool, showing the process from getting tokens in Binance Exchange to your wallet and creating an ACT pool. So creating a liquidity pool typically involves using decentralized finance platforms rather than decentralized exchange like Binance. However, if you want to create a liquidity pool on a DeFi platform using tokens from Binance, here's a general process. 1, withdraw tokens from Binance. Log into your Binance account, go to the wallet section and select Spot Wallet. Find the tokens you want to use for liquidity, e.g. ACT tokens. Click on withdraw and enter the wallet address where you want to receive the tokens. Ensure this wallet is compatible with the DeFi platform you can use, e.g. MetaTask for Ethereum-based platforms. 2, choose a DeFi platform. Decide which DeFi platform you want to use to create the liquidity pool. Popular platforms include Uniswap on Ethereum, PancakeSwap on Binance Smart Chain, or other that support the token standards of your chosen tokens, e.g. ERC20 for Ethereum. Number 3, connect your wallet. Install or use a compatible cryptocurrency wallet like MetaTask, Trust Wallet, or another wallet that supports the platform you've chosen. Connect your wallet to the DeFi platform's interface. Number 4, add liquidity. Navigate to the pool or liquidity section of the DeFi platform. Select the token you want to provide liquidity for, e.g. ACT and another token pair. Enter the amount of each token you want to contribute to the pool. The platform will calculate how much of each token you need to contribute based on the current exchange rate. 5, confirm the transaction. Approve the transaction to allow the platform to access and use your tokens. Confirm the transaction using your wallet. Number 6, receive LP tokens. After adding liquidity, you will receive liquidity provider LP tokens. These tokens represent your share of the liquidity pool and entitle you to a portion of the trading fee. Number 7, monitor your pool. Keep an eye on your liquidity pool position through the DeFi platform's interface. You can see your share and the pool and the fees you've earned. Number 8, manage your investments. You can add more tokens to the pool or withdraw tokens at any time based on your investment strategy. So here are the important considerations. Impermanent loss. Understand the concept of impermanent loss, which occurs when the value of tokens in the pool changes relative to when you provided liquidity. 2, fees. Monitor and claim trading fees periodically, as these are your rewards for providing liquidity. 3, security. Use reputable DeFi platforms and ensure your wallets and transactions are secure. By following these steps, you can create a liquidity pool using tokens from Binance on a decentralized finance platform. This process involves securely transferring tokens from Binance to a compatible wallet and then using those tokens to provide liquidity on a DeFi platform of your choice. We're also going to talk about why liquidity pool is important. So liquidity pools play a crucial role in the centralized finance ecosystem for several reasons. 1, facilitating trading. Liquidity pools provide a mechanism for traders to buy and sell tokens directly from the pool without relying on centralized order books. This enhances trading efficiency and reduces slippage. Number 2, price stability. By providing ample liquidity, pools help maintain more stable prices for tokens. This is especially important for assets with low trading volumes or higher volatility. 3, earning fees. Liquidity providers earn a portion of the trading fee generated from transactions in the pool. This incentivizes users to supply liquidity and contributes to the sustainability of DeFi platforms. 4, token swaps and access. Liquidity pools increase accessibility to tokens that might not be easily tradable due to limited exchange listings or low liquidity on centralized exchange. 5, decentralization. They embody the centralized nature of DeFi, where users contribute directly to the liquidity of the platform without relying on intermediaries. 6, innovation in finance products. Liquidity pools form the basis for various DeFi products such as decentralized exchanges, automated market makers, yield farming, and lending protocols. These innovations reshape traditional financial services by offering more accessible and efficient alternatives. In summary, liquidity pools are essential because they improve market efficiency, stabilize token prices, enable new financial products, and provide income opportunities for liquidity providers in the centralized finance ecosystem. How to earn from the pool. Earning from the liquidity pools involves becoming a liquidity provider on decentralized finance platforms. Here's a step-by-step guide on how to earn from liquidity pool. 1, choose a DeFi platform. Select a decentralized exchange or DeFi platform that supports liquidity pools. Popular options include Uniswap, SushiSwap, PancakeSwap, and other depending on the blockchain you're using, Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, and etc. Number 2, select tokens. decide which tokens you want to provide liquidity for. Liquidity providers typically contribute pairs of tokens, e.g. Ethereum. Number 3, contribute to the pool. Provide an equal value of both tokens to the liquidity pool. For instance, if you choose to provide liquidity for the Ethereum or USDT pair, you will need to provide an equivalent value of Ethereum and USDT in the pool. 4, receive LP tokens. In return, for providing liquidity, you receive liquidity provider tokens. These tokens represent your share of the pool and entitle you to a portion of the trading fees generated to the pool. Number 5, earn trading fees. Whenever someone trades token in the pool, you earn a portion of the trading fee proportional to your share in the pool. These fees are automatically accumulated in the pool and can be claimed periodically by LPs. Number 6, manage your investments. Monitor your liquidity pool position regularly. You may need to add more tokens to rebalance your position or withdraw tokens if you decide to exit the pool. Number 7, consider risks. Understand the risks involved, such as impermanent loss, temporary loss of funds compared to holding tokens, smart contract risk, and changes in market condition affecting your token values. Number 8, claim rewards. Depending on the platform, you may need to manually claim accumulated trading fees. This process can usually be done through the platform's interface using your connected wallet. By these steps, you can start earning from the liquidity pool by providing liquidity and receiving a share of the trading fees generated on the centralized exchange and DeFi platforms. It's important to research and understand the specific platform's mechanics and risk before participating as a liquidity provider. Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, thank you very much, Charity, for that wonderful presentation.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so we've all had the steps that you need to create a liquidity pool. And I want to say that it's a wonderful thing that we've evolved from decentralized exchanges to decentralized exchanges, because previously, when you wanted to maybe provide liquidity to the market, you would need more than, I think more than even $1,000 for you to be able to provide liquidity. But today we just even $1 you can be able to provide liquidity using decentralized exchanges. And okay, let me share my screen because I want to show you that we also have different versions. As technology evolves, we also have different versions of decentralized exchanges, such that we have like say version 2. As you can see on my screen, we have version 2, we have version 3. I'm sure we've all heard about LP tokens. Yeah, so LP tokens were popular with the version 2. So when you create a liquidity pool, you are given an LP token. So this LP token is what represented your value or your share in the liquidity pool. But as we progressed, there came version 3, and with version 3, you got features like instead of an LP token, you got this NFT number here. So this NFT number is a unique number that you're given after creating a liquidity pool, which represents ownership, your ownership of that pool. And so, as we've also had about the impermanent loss, and also impermanent loss was common with version 2, but the version 3 of these decentralized exchanges, we got the elimination. They eliminated the risk of impermanent loss by using the price range. Yeah. So say I wanted to create a pool, and then yeah, let's go here and add liquidity. As you can see here, first you need to choose the token pair as you had. You can go to Binance and maybe buy this other token, because here at Actuate you get tokens for participating in our sessions. So obviously we might be having some Actuate tokens, but the other pair you might need to buy it from a centralized exchange like Binance. So after buying from Binance, you transfer your tokens to your wallet, and then you come to the PancakeSwap, the decentralized exchange, which is PancakeSwap. And from there, you can be able to pair your tokens, whether it is BNB, you can also pair USDT or even ETH. So you choose your token pair, and then at the side here, you can see the price range. So this price range is what I'm talking about, that it eliminates the risk of impermanent loss by allowing you to set the range at which you want your tokens to trade. So if say the current price of Actuate tokens is 247 Actuate tokens per BNB, yeah. So if that's the price, below here you can see different percentages, which is like 10%, 20%, 50%, and also full range. What 10% means is that it's 10%, your tokens will trade between 10% of the current price, between 10% above the current price or 10% below the current price. Yeah, and if it trades, say, if say the current price goes below 10% of what initially was agreed upon, the condition that you agreed upon, that your tokens are supposed to trade, say, yeah, like 11% below the current price, that trade, those tokens will not be able to be traded. Yeah, and your pool will not be selected to trade those tokens. So it prevents the risk of losing the tokens by them trading at a lower value than what you expected. So that is about some of the features of the V3. And yeah, creating a pool is very easy. You can go, at first you choose your token pair here, as I've said, and then next, to choose the fee tier, as you've had liquidity pool and fees from trades, and this fee tier is what you define. You define the fee tier of which how much you'll be receiving or how much profit you'll be gaining by people trading using your pool. So you can decide, like, per every trade, if I set my fee tier to be 0.1%, 0.01%. That means for people who are trading using my pool, a certain fee will be charged to them. A 0.01% fee will be charged to them, which will be saved, or which my pool will accumulate. Yeah, so that's the fee tier. And then next, as I've said, the price range, the minimum price and the maximum price. Like here, if I click 10%, it gives me the minimum price is 254, between 254 and 314. So if the price goes below, like say it goes to 200 as the price, that the current price that maybe Actuate tokens are trading, a pool will not execute that trade using my pool. So next, you select the amount you want to deposit. Yeah, so this deposit amount, it depends on the amount of tokens you have in your wallet. So if you have 10 Actuate tokens, and the other token that you received from, you bought from the centralized exchange, like Binance, so that deposit amount, it displays at the top here. So as you can see, if I have 0.02 BNB, and at the bottom here, if I want to create Actuate token pool, it displays the balance. So from this balance, I can select the deposit amount. And then lastly, after you've entered all that, you just click on add liquidity, and it will add liquidity. So that's it about the V3 and impermanent loss. But as you can see, we are evolving. We'll soon be having version 4. Before just basically means a version 4. And with this version 4, as you can see here, we'll be getting more features and more, you'll be able to even more customize your pools Yeah, so a lot of wonderful things, and blockchain requires you to keep up with the news because technology is always evolving. And I think that's it. That's what I wanted to add. So, Doc, you're welcome to make more additional comments if you have any.
All right. Thank you so much, Frida. Thank you, Charity, for a brilliant presentation. I'm wondering whether we must have a lot of new people now who don't know anything about creating liquidity pools, like the practical aspect of it. Is it all these people people have been here with us for a long time? Let's ask the people online. Is there anyone here who was never created a liquidity pool? Anyone? Raise your hand or say yes. So that we can know, because this is a practical process. You need to know what to do, step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, all the way to the end. Anyone who has questions about that? How you do it? Frida, do you see any questions about that?
No.
People are not asking. So, well, basically, there are two things. If you're not asking questions, either you know, or you're not asking questions because you're completely ignorant. Now, to be completely ignorant is not a good idea. You want to be in the know. You're here so that you can know and learn. So if you don't know, it's good to ask questions. There's a lot of, because this is new technology and comes up with a lot of technical jargon. I mean, new words you've never heard of. Things like wallets, liquid decentralized exchanges. Now, that demonstration, Frida, you just gave, where was it? Was it in Uniswap or PancakeSwap?
Oh, it was in PancakeSwap.
Yeah. So liquidity pools are built on decentralized exchanges. That's one thing you want to know, everybody. Maybe you already know that. They are made only on decentralized exchanges. One, decentralized exchanges, as you heard from Charity, right now there are about 80 of them. 80, not 80. People are working very hard. And the very first decentralized exchanges that made, let's say the second one that was good, we are not going to talk about the first one, which was called Ether. What was it called? Ether Exchange, something like that. It did not. It was not totally decentralized, so it went out of business. Well, not out of business. It was too sued by the SEC of United States. But then we got Uniswap. Uniswap is a true type decentralized exchange. Say true type, true of the type, because Uniswap introduced something totally new, which is known as automatic market making. Okay, so you want to underline that word, automatic market making. That automatic market making, the job of market making, listen carefully, market making. What is making a market? Or even providing liquidity. So providing liquidity was a job of investment bankers in the traditional finance. Not even the commercial banks, still not even banks like Equity or KCB. Providing liquidity or to make markets. Making markets is giving liquidity. I'm going to explain to you what liquidity all means. So making market or giving liquidity to an instrument, a tradable instrument, was done only by investment bankers. We don't have many of those in Africa. I think investment banking is not something that we know of. What is investment banking? That's not commercial banking. Commercial banks like KCB, Equity, Standard Chartered, ABSA, blah, blah, blah bank. These are just commercial banks. They just where you can go and deposit your money. They eat it at night. Then they ask you to come and withdraw it a few days later. In savings accounts or in a checking account. But They are not investment banks. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am here to report to you that investment banking has been a job of a very, very few people on this planet. You could say they were feeling like themselves, they are the chosen few. They're the ones who are the custodians of all of us. Yeah, like you keep saying, they're the ones who are in the Holy of Holies. You know, that place in the temple, Solomon's temple, where only one person, the highest priest, could go in. And in fact, the highest priest could only go when he goes in there to do his officiation. You have to tie a rope on his foot in case because there was a lot of work to be done in that Holy of Holies. And he could go there and collapse, and then you don't know the guy collapsed because he's just by himself, communing with the gods. Oh no, correction, communing with God. Now, that was the Holy of Holy, the inner sanctum of money. So this high priest of money, high priest of finance, are known as investment bankers. And they are the only people on this planet who had made it upon themselves to be the providers of liquidity or to make, things liquid. Yeah. Then, lo and behold, comes Hidden Adams, salvation of mankind. And he created decentralized market with automatic market making, automatic liquidity provision, which annoyed the hell out of all these high priests. They are still annoyed even today. So they are very, very angry with him. So he gave us Uniswap. So Hidden Adam is a mechanical engineer. He went to school to learn mechanical engineering. There's something else I want to disclose to you. Hidden Adam did not go to school to learn finance or high finance. No. This means even you yourself in your own career, you can help people create something, do something else that's totally revolutionary, innovative. Hidden Adam was studying mechanical engineering. How did he know how to write Uniswap, which is a trading platform for decentralized finance? How did he know that? He did not learn that from school, from his teacher. He did not learn that from a private instructor. He did not learn that from, the big brother, the big uncle, big sister. And this brings to your consciousness this question: how do you know how to create such fantastic things that now change the world and save a lot of humanity? Just like Paul, and remember the Apostle Paul, when he started preaching all over the place, started preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ. How did he explain how he knew who Jesus was? He said, I never met that guy. I didn't know him. Never met him. Never dined or wined with him. Never wined or dined with him. I received this message by grace. That's what you want to understand. Paul said that for him to write the gospel, remember Paul wrote 1/4 of the New Testament. Is it 1/4? Maybe 3/4. Can't remember. He wrote most of the books. Most of the books in the New Testament, including the letter to the Romans, the letter to the Corinthians, the Philippians, the Galatians, the Thessalonians, the Hebrews. He wrote all the letters. I think all the way from the Romans to and nobody actually asked him, like, Paul, where did you get this message from? How did you get to know all this stuff? Because Paul had a very deep understanding of the message. Where did you get this message from? And he said, I did not get this message from any person, any human being, not even from contacts with Jesus Christ himself, for whom I'm writing. He said, no. And you see, that's the same thing. You would say, where did Adam get the message to write Uniswap from? So these things, they don't come from you going to school to learn about them. School is good. School is important. I'm not saying that school is not good, but there's another message that comes to you that doesn't come from your teachers. You cannot receive that message if your mind is closed somehow, or if your mind interferes. Your mind can interfere with that process, and that's why your mind interferes with the process, and you are not able to receive a message of transformation. Just like Paul received a message of transformation, after that he just went throughout everywhere preaching to people. So Hayden Adam also received a message of transformation. He said that all these guys who occupy the Holy of Holies, let us create another way where there is no Holy of Holies. Every single one of you has got access to that Holy of Holies. So that you don't have to go to the high priests and even wait and worship and say, okay, listen, high priest, can you help us create liquidity? No. You on your own, without anybody else's help. No, let me take that back. You and your cell phone, both of you, will make liquidity. Okay. And the liquidity is liquidity is now a word we want to define. What is liquidity? Liquidity means making something liquid, like water begins flowing like a river. You know that liquidity is a description of states, physical states. For example, we have water has got 3 states in its own existence. We have the solid state of water, which is called ice. And then we have the liquid state of water, which is the water we see flowing in the rivers, in the oceans, and coming down as rain. And we have the gaseous state of water, which is called vapor. So what makes the difference? The water is the same water, by the way, it's still H2O. H2O. 2 molecules combined together, oxygen and hydrogen, H2O, to make water. That's okay. So then if you do something to that water, it's going to change the state from ice to liquid. What do you do to that water? I'm glad maybe free. Tell us what you do to the water in order to change it from ice to water, to liquid.
You heat it, you give it energy.
You give it energy. So what is that? What's that energy doing? That's correct. So you heat it. You just subject the water to some heat. And when you subject water to some heat, this ice to some heat, so you raise the temperature of water. Let's say you just raise the temperature of water. So there's something rising. What is rising is not even the temperature, it's the energy of the water molecules that they start moving faster. When the water is in form of ice, it is still the same water, H2O, but the molecules are stuck together. They're sitting together. See, they're freezing. They're frozen. They're trying to warm themselves out there. They're hibernating, very cold. So they sit together. It's one block. But if they get some energy, they start moving around. They start jumping about. Jumping. So when they're jumping, the ice dissolves into liquid. Okay? Now, if you keep adding temperature to the water, add temperature, the water goes through 50 degrees of centigrade. Then you keep adding temperature. Remember, the temperature is energy. Energy, so that's what you're doing. Energy. You keep adding energy, and so the energy increases, and that means the movement of the water molecule increases. And then when the movement of the water molecule increases, sometimes it becomes so high that the water molecules are moving at very high speed. The water begins boiling, begins to boil. When the water begins to boil, that's boiled water. And now you are ready to make your ugali, because nobody makes ugali with cold water. All right. You see, you know that because you're a good person who can cook food nicely. You see that? So that change of state of water from just liquid water to hot water makes it possible for you to do something else. Let's say cook ugali. That's a change of state of water. Nobody has ever cooked ugali with cold water. Even your mother will laugh to death if she doesn't hit you with moiko very hard to say, why are you putting our unga in cold water? That's quite stupid. You see, yeah. So you see, this thing is that process. The change of state of water makes it possible for you to do something else with water. Is that the water is moving at a higher speed, so it's much more liquid and boiling. When the water goes above the boiling point, it changes the state from water to air, to gas, to water vapor. So the water molecules begin escaping from the boiling pot, let's say a sufuria. And if you keep boiling it, at one point you'll find the sufuria is empty, but the water, the water is still there in the world. Where did it go? Where did the water go? It becomes air, it evaporates, okay? Evaporates, it's air. So I have told you that whole story about water. It's for you to understand what liquidity is. So when we make Actuate token, the Actuate tokens that you receive now, they are like water vapor. They're in gaseous state. Okay, I'll say that again. And you've seen even Ethereum. In Ethereum, we say gas for your transaction fees. Gas. Gas is gaseous. That's another physical state that's above the liquid state. It's a gaseous state. Okay? Get that? So the tokens are in gaseous state. And so because the tokens are in gaseous state, you cannot do things with them. For example, if you have water vapor, after it has evaporated from your sufuria, after boiling it, you cannot use it for cooking ugali. See, you want to cook ugali so you can feed your family. So if you're able now to capture that gas and cool it down into liquid water, into a boiling state, then you're going to be able to make ugali for your family. Okay. Now, liquidity is that process of capturing gaseous tokens, cooling them down so that you can make ugali for your family. And the ugali we are talking about is putting them in the liquidity pools so they can make money for you to feed your children. Isn't that amazing? Yeah. That process known as transmutation. Transmutation is where you change something. It's already existing. You change something from gaseous state. Now, in religious term, it is called changing something from spirit to flesh. Okay, so that thing descends from higher states of oscillation, from higher frequency of vibration, descends from that high frequency of vibration. That means descends from high temperature to lower temperature. It's cooling down. So Hidden Adam gave us the technology for cooling down tokens, gaseous tokens, so that when they're cooled down, they now become liquid, and when they are liquid, they can now be used. They become accessible to human beings on this planet, or they become accessible to us. If you if you look at the story of crypto business, you'll find it. Vitalik Buterin, the founder of Ethereum, named his token, the initial token, as Ether. Now, who in this place can tell us what is Ether? What is Ether? Who knows what's Ether? What is Ether? Not the Ether for Ethereum token, but Ether itself. What's Ether? Well, who did I see? Salome? What is Ether? This is so for people who study chemistry, physics, even biology. You know what's Ether? Maybe we can ask Google. Hey Google, what is Ether?
According to Wikipedia, ethylene vinyl acetate, also known as poly, is a copolymer of ethylene and vinyl acetate.
Yeah, the trouble with Google is too much chemistry. She doesn't know there isn't either. Hey, Google. Yeah.
I can do that.
Mhm.
So ether, the definition of ether is the upper region of air above the clouds.
Upper region of air above the clouds.
Hello there. How can I be of service?
Keep quiet. Give us something. I'll give you a service. All right. Yeah, air above the cloud. That place, people, I think long time ago in the 1800s and before, people were thinking that there's ether that occupies space. Ether is the substance that's there in space. They could not define it. So this ether is very highly attenuated gas. It's very low density gas, very highly attenuated, that you cannot even feel it or touch it. You cannot even breathe it like air. Mhm. So one drop of ether can occupy the whole planet, according to some of these people. So ether is, you could say, gas. It's not even gas, whatever it is, a substance that's oscillating at a very, very low frequency. So when the ether was made, it was like that. How did it become liquid? And that's why we are here to talk about liquidity. Mhm. So you know what hidden Adam created for us. So the decentralized exchanges, such as the one created by Hidden Adam, such as Uniswap, PancakeSwap, QuickSwap, SushiSwap, UbiSwap, all those swap places created by Hidden Adam. Remember, Hidden Adam is an engineer, so he knows all this stuff about thermodynamics and the change of states from material change of states from solid to liquid to gas and backwards, back and forth. So you can go through that process of ascension in states. That's when you see it. By the way, I want to tell you this because this is a very profound concept which was identified many years ago by Hermes Trismegistus. You know, Hermes, the great, he said that all is vibration. All is vibration. He said all is vibration. Vibration is universal. That everything is vibration. That you can see uh, when water is in ice, it's vibrating at low frequency. Then it gets into liquid when it's vibrating at a higher frequency, and then when it's gas is vibrating at even higher frequency. So if all is vibration, Hidden Adam said, wow, that's it. All you have to do is reduce the vibration. Then you have to create a system for reducing the vibration of those gaseous stuff, tokens. Tokens are gassy things. And then he said, how do we do that? So you have to pull it down. You have to pull, say, Actuate token, you have to pull it down from that gaseous state. You have to pull it down here. How do you do it? You know, from chemical engineering, or even say engineering, if you have a cold body and you want that body to get warm, what you do it, you can just put it next to a warm body. For example, if you have what? If you have a very cold drink that was in your cold drink and you wanted to get warmer, you can put it next to a hot bottle. Yeah, if supposing it's still in a bottle, cold drink in a bottle, you put it next to a hot bottle. What happens? Or you may put it in a hot container. That energy or that heat that is in that hot bottle is going to transfer into your cold drink, and the cold drink is going to get warm. See, Frida, what is that process? Is that is in law of thermodynamics? That energy is going to move from from one state to the next, just moving from one place to the next. So, in cutting the long story short, Hayden Adams said, if you get this high frequency token, all you have to do is take another low frequency token, combine them, two of them, and then create a pair of both of them. And when you create a pair of both of them, the new token becomes liquid. Okay, now I didn't hear a clap. Yay. All right, did you get that? So you have this high frequency token like Actuate token in on its own is not liquid. And then you take another token that's already liquid, that's already cooled down. What do? You put them together, and then what? The high frequency token or the gaseous one is going to become liquid. And that is known as a liquidity pair, an LP, liquidity pair. They said, how do we do that? We said, I'm going to create a system whereby you can take one token of Ethereum and combine it with one token of Actuate. And so you have one Actuate token, one Ethereum, combine both of them, and then you have Actuate becoming liquid. And said, okay. We said, okay. And how do you do that? And get to tell you what, this is not just me doing it, is everybody in the world can do it. He said, how is that? Everybody in the world can do it? That is crazy. You know, people are not supposed to do that. Only the high priest of finance. Say, no, you don't need the high priest of finance anymore. What you have to do is anyone who has got a token, has got an Ethereum token, and then or Ether token. If you remember, Ether in the beginning was also there up there, but now it has cooled down, it's become liquid. And I tell you, see, this is all thermodynamics. That if you have a very hot cup of tea, you have a hot tea, very hot tea in a kettle, in a berika, and you want it to cool down. First of all, you can put the cup into the freezer compartment so the cup gets very cold, and then you come with a berika and pour your tea in the already cold cup, and that tea is going to become cold immediately. So it is like you're pouring Actuate tokens, very high frequency Actuate token, very hot Actuate tokens into a cold ether. But then you have to have a receptacle, what's going to receive it. That is what's called Uniswap, decentralized finance. Where are you going to put that? So what Hidden Adam did was to create a place where you can put those two tokens together. Technology. And that is known as token pairing. When you pair both of them, LP tokens, when you pair liquidity, the liquidity pair, a pair of Actuate with Ether. In the beginning, in the 2019, when this happened, you could only pair it with Ethereum because Ethereum is where he was doing his experiment. Then after that, everything has opened up. That now you can take any liquid token such as USDT, BNB, USDC, Matic, or any other liquid token, and then you pair them together, and you get your tokens becoming liquid. That was the initial stage. That is the only, in Uniswap, it's only approved the already liquid tokens that you could pair them together in Uniswap. That was the V1, the very first version of Uniswap V1. And that V1, of course, people gave him quite a number of feedback, and he said, okay, I'm going to improve this. Then he made another version called V2, which went on. I think V1 was 2019, 2020, then V2 in 2021, 2022. Then in 2023, he made V3. So the difference between, you don't have to worry about V1, it's very old. I mean, 2019 was out forever, long time ago, 10 or no. But now V2 is still very active. And V2, when you pair your tokens, take Actuate token and pair it with BNB or pair it with Ether, there was no limit. Okay, there was no limit below or price. There was no price range that people could trade your token at, at whatever price, and that brought a lot of problems, which you could experience impermanent loss. Impermanent loss means that some people could drive your price down, the price of your token down, and buy it at a very low price, which is not good. So because they can make you lose a lot of money. If you actually withdrew your token at that point, your loss becomes permanent. So these are new terms: impermanent loss and permanent loss. So loss is impermanent if you have not withdrawn the pool that you have created. Loss becomes permanent if you withdraw the pool, you come out of the market. This means you can never recover. The loss is impermanent because if you stay in the market long enough, the price is going to come back because of more trades. So that is about V2. But what V2 was very, very advantageous, it had some unique characteristics that made it very, very powerful, was that V2 in Uniswap guys had created a mechanism that once you create a liquidity pair, V2 immediately minted for you something called LP token, or the pool token, LP token, liquidity pool token. And V2 is still active even now. So you can get LP tokens. I'm telling you about these LP tokens because they have a lot of interesting features. The LP token itself has got the same value as the liquidity you have provided. If you have provided, say, $20 worth of liquidity, that means if Ether and Actuate token, or say BNB and Actuate token worth of $20, that could be what, maybe 3,000 shillings. So the LP token that gets minted out has got the same value as your LP, your liquidity pair. So, and these are called pool tokens. And so that LP token, it's a certificate of your participation in the pool. But what was happening is that actually still happening, still going on. That LP token has got the same value as the amount of liquidity you have provided. If you provide 3,000, then your LP token is worth 3,000, and that 3,000 is still liquid. So what clever people did, and they're still doing, is that they could take that LP token and take it to another market. Whether they can use it for borrowing more money. Let's say you say borrow more BNB. So if you have LP token, you can go and borrow more BNB against that LP token. Remember, it has got the same value as the 3,000 shillings that you put before. So you can borrow against that. And then when you borrow against it, then you can come and add more Actuate tokens, add more liquidity, BNB Actuate, and you keep on building liquidity like that. And that's going to help you to meet more LP tokens. And what was happening, still happening, by the way. I don't know why I'm talking about in the past tense. It's happening in the present tense. Is that you can, when you create the first liquidity, then you get LP tokens. You can keep on borrowing, and when you're borrowing, you invest more in liquidity, and you keep on building liquidity and earning more and more and more. And that increases the percentage of your participation in the pool. And that means that you earn more money than everybody else. Okay, so that's happening. Another thing that people were doing with still doing with those LP tokens is that they would stake them because they are liquid. First of all, those tokens are liquid. You can stake them. Used for staking in the Uniswap protocol itself. And I think in PancakeSwap has got a lot of exciting things going on there. including yield farming. So you have a lot of power to go in the market. Remember, this is not like traveling from one county to another into another market, like say from Karatina to Nyahururu market. No, it's on your phone, in your same phone, that you're doing so many things inside there. Not even not even same phone, it's much better than that. It's inside the same decentralized exchange. For example, Uniswap. So there's a lot of things that you do with those LP tokens. And then there were some people, because the LP token itself, first of all, is a derivative. Derivative means it derives its value from the pair that you provided, from the liquidity that you provided. And eventually, what some people have been doing with those LP tokens is to lend other people, can use it for lending. People can borrow. Now you become like the commercial bank, which is giving people loans. So there are those things that you can do: staking, lending, yield farming, borrowing, besides earning money with your LP tokens. NFTs, now V3, instead of minting LFTs, instead of minting LP tokens, V3 means for you NFTs. NFTs, first of all, the V3, because they created V3 to prevent that impermanent loss. Impermanent loss means that your token is not going to trade beneath the price that you have chosen. You say, because you have to choose, as Frida has shown you, that when you are creating a V3, you select a price range. Say, my tokens are now going to trade beneath this price. Say 10%. Usually select 10% price range or 20%. You say, my tokens will not trade above that range. So if you select a range, you're using V3, it means that you are protected from impermanent loss, unless there is force majeure, like a major force which comes to destroy the entire economy. But you're largely protected from that impermanent loss. So, but it means that if the price in the market drops beneath the price where you had specified, if it drops beneath your range, your pool becomes inactive. An inactive pool means that your tokens are not being traded during that time. And if your tokens are not, other people could be trading, but your tokens are out of range. So nobody is going to touch your token until the price comes into the range that you're specified. There's one way you can activate your pool again, is supplying more liquidity so that you can push the price, so that your pool can now participate in the trades. You can supply more liquidity. Or you ask your friends, many other friends who are holding tokens, to supply liquidity instead of just sitting the tokens in the wallet. There's no use of sitting in the tokens in the wallet, because those tokens in the wallet are not participating in creating the economy or market making. So now that's why V3 is very advantageous. It actually prevents you from losing your money, the impermanent loss, but then it also incentivizes you to mobilize people in your community and tell them, hey, you guys don't sit around with your tokens. Those tokens are not for sitting around. The tokens are to be put in the pools. Because when you have the tokens in the pools, the tokens are still yours. That's the final amazing thing that Hidden Adam did. When you contribute your tokens to the pool to create liquid pools, you're not throwing the tokens away. You're not even giving them to anybody. You're just contributing to creating liquidity. And this is the final thing I want to tell you, so that I don't bore you to death with this matter. But this story is extremely fascinating. You do not know how it fascinates me. It's just fascinating. I hope you get as fascinated as I am by this story. So the final story, let's say the final thing you want to learn is what Charlie told us. She's called I think it was the seventh or eighth importance of liquidity pools is decentralization. Decentralization of what? See? Decentralization of providing liquidity. Anyone in the world, anywhere, anytime. Why I say anyone, anywhere, anytime can provide liquidity. And that means you and your brothers, your sisters, whoever can participate in providing liquidity. Why is that important? Why is it important for everybody to participate in providing liquidity in this world? You know, the answer is obvious. Why is it important for a mother to be able to have boiled water that can be used to make ugali? It means that any mother can make ugali anytime for her children. You don't have to wait for the high priests to come around and say, it is time for making ugali, and now it is time for me to give you energy to boil the water. You are boiling the water yourself. This time, when you're not boiling the water, you're actually lowering the temperature of the actual tokens, lowering their temperature so that they can reach the liquid state. And you yourself, you have that power. Unless you don't want to take, unless you don't want to take the power. So I'll tell you like Paul, examine yourself if you're in faith. Yeah, examine yourself if you're in faith. Do you not realize that you have the power to provide liquidity all by yourself? In this world, that work, providing liquidity, I can tell you, that was the work of the high priest. And that work is in your hands. Where did you hear that before? The kingdom is at hand. Did you hear that from somewhere? The kingdom is at hand. I don't even know how to explain to you the significance. This is what charity is telling us. The kingdom is at hand. You have the power. Examine yourself if you are in faith. Do you not realize that you have the power of the high priest? Do you realize? Or do you not realize? Unless you fail to miss the test. That's a test of faith. That's a test of understanding. And I believe that everyone who is here has got the test of understanding. Why I'm saying this so that you can understand it very, very well. This work of assigning high priest of finance is not an accidental job. It is work that is very highly orchestrated by the architects of the centralized finance system. You've seen Kenyans protesting last week, 2 weeks ago, over 3 weeks, about the finance bill. That finance bill that in Kenya people are protesting about is not even a product of people in Kenya. It comes from the high priests of finance who are way up there. You know them. You don't have to mention who they are. These people dictate how money goes around in any country. And they are going to tell you that they're going to even dictate how much money you extract from your people. Those people, long time ago, before there was a country like Kenya, they came around and colonized it. They owned the place, even a piece of land, but they own the money. They are the high priest of money. See? And they own the central bank, the centralized finance system. And the way our president is having so much trouble moving forward is because he has listened to their story, and they have made demands upon him that he's not able now to reject, because what? He fell into temptation. Now let me tell you, with the new decentralized finance, when the power is decentralized, I have told you that the high priest of finance has been removed. Now you are the high priest. We do not need all those people. I will sit somewhere, maybe in Washington D.C. And they decide how much money you'll be making. In fact, they don't care about how much money you make. They don't even care whether you live or die. That one they don't care. What they care is how much money they can extract from your country. It's not just Kenya, it's all the other countries in the third world. They don't care. They don't care about human beings. And so then we get decentralized finance. You're able to create liquidity, provide liquidity yourself with automatic market making. And you can see that's why they're fighting people like Hayden Adam very strongly. But you see, they cannot fight him, or openly. But then trying to frustrate him, but you cannot frustrate something like this. That because it's totally decentralized. When people have got access, people have got access to this kind of thing, then they just use it. What is your role now as a person, as an individual? Is that when this thing has happened, the technology is available, it's built, it's already in your hands. What else is there to do but participate in centralized finance? Yeah, unless you don't believe. And if you don't believe, this sort of thing, examine yourself if you're in faith. That do you not realize that you have the centralized, you have the power to create liquidity all by yourself? You don't need any high priests sitting between you. And that's why to get into that spot where you're now able to create liquidity and partake, as we say, partake in this big ceremony of creating liquidity, so that if there can be enough liquidity for everybody. In a festival of liquidity, there's enough hot water to make ugali for everyone, or there's enough energy to boil the water to create hot water for making ugali for everyone. When there's enough liquidity, then there's nobody will be dying of starvation. When you participate in that, what makes it very, very powerful, that when every individual in the planet, imagine billions of people, let's say even start with millions who are in a country like Kenya, participating in providing liquidity, that all of a sudden bypasses any amount of money a single individual, even the highest priests, can provide by himself. See? So decentralized market is that powerful because it's able to mobilize money in large quantities that you cannot imagine. It's not even the money itself that's the issue. What is the use of liquidity? I think that's the final thing I'll discuss with you, then you can open this conversation. The work of liquidity is that it allows trading to happen. Liquidity is to enable trading. That's you cannot buy, you cannot pay with tokens that are not liquid. Okay, so when tokens become liquid, now you're able to exchange value. Trading is exchanging value. That now you can pay for value for services. You can buy things that other people have made. Okay, because as you know that the abundance of the other becomes your abundance, and your abundance becomes their abundance. Let me tell you, if somebody else has got abundance, okay, and there's no liquidity, you cannot get that abundance. And if you have abundance by yourself, say you produce lots of chicken, that's called abundance. Or say you produce lots of oranges, but people in the market don't have liquidity, they cannot buy your chicken. So their abundance cannot become your abundance. I hope you understand this. Liquidity is the process that helps people to exchange their abundance. Okay? When there's no liquidity, people look like they are poor. Not because they are poor, but they cannot exchange their abundance. So everybody in this world, yourself, myself, anyone in this meeting has got abundance of something. There is something in which you have in abundance. But if there's no liquidity, what you have in abundance, your friend, even if next to you, cannot get what you have in abundance. So liquidity is the bridge between abundance. And that bridge between abundance is called trade. Because people trade abundance. Nobody sells things they don't have. Or nobody buys things from somebody who don't have anything to sell. What we know, people have lots of things to sell. But if there's no liquidity, people cannot sell or buy from one another. Then they're made to look like poor people. And that lack of being unable to sell abundance, it was called dead capital. So the capital is dead when we cannot exchange abundance. So your abundance cannot become my abundance because they have no means of exchange of our abundance. See? And that is usually the goal of these high priests of high finance, because they do not want people to exchange their abundance lest they become people of abundance and then they don't have anything to do. Their business is to impoverish the people, to make them believe that they have no abundance. Now, the decentralization of decentralized finance is that enabling people, or say actuating abundance exchange of abundance. That's why we aptly choose the word actuate. Actuating abundance, actuating exchange of abundance. So this is a call to action, clarion call for all of you. Those who have not created liquidity pools, when you receive your tokens, create liquidity pools. Don't stay with them, because if you don't do that, you are what? You're rejecting the idea of abundance, and then you will not have abundance if you do not create the means of exchanging abundance. You see, that is the story. You will not have abundance if you don't create the means of exchanging abundance. And your tokens will not become abundance if you just keep them yourself. All right. Well, I think that's the longest monologue for the week. But I would like you to appreciate the power that Hayden Adam, and of course, just in respect for Hayden Adam and the work he has done. Can you hear that? Transmutating something from very, very high oscillation to become liquid. I would say that, let's say, thank you to Hayden Adam for giving us this technology. By the way, what you find in PancakeSwap, or even in QuickSwap, or even SushiSwap, is a clone of Uniswap. All of it. And of course, when Uniswap is getting upgraded, PancakeSwap gets upgraded the same way, and QuickSwap the same way. So they did not go out and create a whole new script. It's the same script. Okay. Let us, everyone, create liquidity pools this week. If you don't know how to create liquidity pools, ask questions. And that, in fact, we see we're mobilizing people all over the place, including using working with this conference of ours, the summit in December, which all of you are very invited, and you're going to see that in a presentation by Grace, that the lineup of speakers is almost full. We are remaining maybe about a few people. You can count them in fingers of your one hand, few people. So the lineup is full. So the conference is very full, and a lot of support going on there. And you can see your liquidities are going to start getting very active as we go. All right. So thank you. That was a lot, isn't it? But back to you, Freedom.
Yes, thank you very much, Doc, for that. I wish we've all learned a lot of new things there. Yes, we know Hayden Adams now is the founder and CEO of Uniswap. And something else I just thought of as you were saying about liquidity and ugali. I think you can be able to cook ugali with this liquidity, like literally, using something called quadratic funding. If you haven't been attending these classes, basically quadratic funding, you can be able to stake your tokens and contribute them towards projects that maybe matters to you and to the community. I mean, so if a community decides they want to cook ugali, maybe they can do that using quadratic funding, and you can stake your Actuate tokens. So some more exciting things are going to come up, so be on the lookout. So enough of that, and I'd like to invite Grace Jerry to give us some updates on the Actuate website.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. My name is Grace Njeri, and I'll be sharing with you some of the website updates. And
Hey, Grace, you're so far away. Hi, Grace. You're
hello,
very far.
can you hear me?
You sound like you're in Lodiani.
Yeah, there's noise around me, so I guess that's why.
No, we can hear you now. You
Okay.
are in Lodiani.
Oh, okay. You can hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Let me share my screen. In a second. Yeah, so I hope you can all see my screen. Yeah, so this is our website, actuate.bio. And yeah, so here I have the website, the Nairobi Summit page. I want to share something that we have added in the site this week, and onto the button that says speakers list. I want to show you the speakers who have submitted their abstract so far. So as you can see, we have a very long list here. Yeah, a total of 37 confirmed speakers. Yeah, and also we have some speakers who have expressed their desire to come and speak, but they have not yet submitted their abstracts, which are 21. So in total, we have 58 speakers so far. So you can see that the event, the summit is already a success, and encourage each one of us to, if you would like to speak, yeah, go ahead and submit your abstract. And also today, as yeah, our topic master was talking about liquidity pools. I'd like to remind you that we also have information about liquidity pools and other topics like wallets in our website. As you can see here in this page, when you come to Actuate support, that is help, yeah, you'll see these topics. And when you click to, for example, the liquidity pools, you'll be able to see even a step-by-step instruction on how to create liquidity. Yeah, so that is it. Yeah, so back to you, Frida.
Well, let's say a word about this. Wow. Let's say wow for the team there who just produced 58 speakers. Did you know that the summit speakers list now is full that way? Hello, am I still on?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Oh, I don't know what I had. Okay. 58. Now for all those who want to know about summits, 58 speakers is a lot of people. If we have 4 days, okay, for the summit. If each day we're gonna have 6 hours of speakers per day, 6 hours. 6 hours, every one speaker speaking for 1 hour. Those are only 36 speakers. So you see, we have twice as many as we need. Okay, twice as many. This means that people will be speaking for half an hour. So already the conference is very, very congested. The summit is very congested. And if if Grace can show you who is coming to speak, they are very, very important people. I think, Grace, could you share that again so you can see the very top, the speakers,
Yeah, sure. Let me share.
so that we can, and this is to tell you who is coming to the summit, so we can share the speakers, so you can see who is coming, who has agreed to come and speak, and this is very, very powerful for all of you. And so what you are expecting to hear from the summit, this speakers list. So what is the first name there?
Dr. Michael Magoha.
Yeah, Dr. Michael Magoha is a neurosurgeon who is interested in artificial intelligence. Very famous. You know Dr. Magoha. You know, he was this is not the Magoha you knew. Maybe this is the new one. But it's from the same descendants of the Magohas. Dr. Magoha was the Minister of Education. Was he Minister of Education? Yeah, he was but he passed away about 2 or 3 years ago. Yeah, so these people are they know and very highly trained, and you want to hear about what they're thinking about artificial intelligence and decentralized finance. Who's next?
We have Professor David Ndete.
Professor David Ndete. He is the grandfather of psychiatry in Kenya, mental health. David Ndete has been in mental health ever since when? He's been teaching psychiatry and treating people with mental disorders ever since I knew medicine. I think he was there before the School of Medicine began. So I don't know exactly when he started doing psychiatry. So he is very famous psychiatrist, one of the most famous psychiatrists in Africa. And if he's most famous psychiatrist in Africa, he is the most famous psychiatrist in the world. He's not famous because of fame, but he's famous because of his professional work. He has trained thousands upon thousands of doctors and hundreds upon hundreds of psychiatrists. So he's coming. So you can see people like that coming in. And I think the list is very big. We cannot go one by one. I just wanted to show you who's coming. Even in this list, we have people in medicine like Magoha and David Dutay and we have other people. Even environmental science, the Green Belt movement, Dr. Wagari Madai's team group, they're coming, represented by Nyagodhie Shagai of the Green Belt movement. And you see there's a lot of people, famous people coming to speak to us. And they're not just coming to speak to us. Between now and December, we are going to have a maintained conversation with them. And then there are people in blockchain and in terms of blockchain and healthcare, and the use of blockchain in other areas. And so the conference is very highly interdisciplinary. And you can see, I would like to ask you, everyone who is here, to go to the website on speakers page and look at all those speakers, find out with all who is coming. I think I'm totally humbled by this situation. It is utmost humility that these people, even people like this Professor Joseph Aluoch, who is a professor of chest medicine, has been practicing chest medicines ever since when? Yeah, ever since. I think he was there before the University of Nairobi began in the 1970s. He's still there. I was surprised when I saw Professor Aluoch in his response. That's amazing. And we have people who have been in Kenya Medical Association, very important. Some of the leaders in Kenya Medical Association. We have some people from the Law Society of Kenya. With kids they'll come to visit, and they'll come to present in the workshop. Law Society of Kenya. See, that Law Society is now struggling with the government and all these issues. But Law Society is very, very important in terms of understanding the blockchain, decentralized finance, and artificial intelligence and its implication to health and human development. And So, and then we have international groups, people like indigenous AI. So what, just look at that list and ask yourself, where is my role in all this? When am I coming to speak? And for those people, because the speakers list could get full, there's still opportunity for you to participate by presenting posters. Make a poster presentation, and of course, posters are going to be subject to a competition. If you win the competition, you will be on your way to Boston also next year. So between now and December, we're going to do three things. One is to continue inviting more people now as attendees, people to come and attend, to partake on all the knowledge that's going to be dished out by all these great people. And these are people, our own people in our own country. There's a lot of learning experiences. And so it prepares you to participate. And so that is the speakers. Then between now and December also, we are going to mobilize the industry so that they can come in and sponsor some of these presentations. And we are looking at all kinds of industries, because this involves, this summit involves, let's say it's an interdisciplinary meeting. It involves all disciplines, whether people are in food science, whether they're in animal health, human health, or environmental health. As you've seen, the Green Belt movement is represented. And so besides speaking, we shall be having workshops. Workshops are places where you go in, you go into detail, you go in depth. For example, since we have the biggest professor of mental health, psychiatry there, we're going to have a mental health workshop. For those people who may have questions and they have never been close to such a big dignitary or luminary in mental health, it's your time to come and have your questions answered. Okay? Come in here.
Still, I've just sent you what you're doing. Continue.
Okay, now we can hear you, Monsieur. All right. So that is for those people who have questions. Then we're gonna have a workshop on cardiovascular diseases, heart illnesses. We're gonna have workshop on cancer. We shall have workshops on digestive diseases, and then workshop for endocrine diseases like diabetes. So I'm sure the people with lots of questions about all these diseases, let us meet in Nairobi in December at KU and have a very, very big event where we manage to network. And for all of you, you see, this thing is unfolding almost step by step. A few weeks ago, you would not have found such a huge list of people, a huge response. That's remarkable response. And it is exactly the same way that the industry is going to respond. And remember, the sponsorship challenge still exists. Now, if you're looking out for sponsors, and in the beginning you didn't know what to tell the sponsors, anyone, you can now tell them that the summit is now full. It's a full list of speakers. Feel free to go and look for sponsors within your area of influence. Well, people you know, let them come and participate in this beautiful event. Okay? And as I told you, the reason we are doing this is because in the spirit of decentralization, because you have to decentralize. You have to decentralize everything. Decentralize everything, including getting you involved in looking for sponsors. Okay? And then what I told you, examine yourself. Examine yourself. If you're in the faith, see, do you not realize that you have all that power within you? Now I know you realize you've got all that power within you. You have the power to bring any sponsor you want, unless you fail to miss the test. See, you know that you meet the test. Unless you fail to meet the test is that, do you have the faith you can bring any sponsor you want? If you fail to meet the test, then you will not be able to bring the test. but examine yourself if you're in the faith. That means, do you believe it? And when you look at that list, you only have to say, oh, yes, I believe this summit is happening. See? So have no questions, have no thought in your mind, just do it. And you see something very beautiful unfolding for you. That's something called abundance. All right. Back to you, Frida. Thank you, Grace.
Okay, thank you very much, Doc, and thank you very much, Grace. As we've all seen, summit is coming along well, and very soon, as you've seen, the speakers list is getting full. So very soon, yeah, it will be quite an interesting summit, and you're all invited. And as you've heard, we're still looking for sponsors, and you can also give them these updates. So if you ask the question, who will be coming to speak to the summit, you can be able to show them. They can be able to go to our website and see who is going to attend the summit. So I don't know. Today we've been talking about liquidity pools, and maybe people don't understand or don't want to say they've understood. If you have understood, you can raise your hand, or if you have a liquidity pool, you can go ahead and raise your hand. Yeah. So I'm assuming all of us have followed the lesson by Charity. So thank you very much to our topic master for today. And I'm going to go ahead and share the form in the chat box. And then something else to note is that you can go ahead and follow us on our LinkedIn, and the other social media platforms, Facebook. We're also on Instagram. So go ahead and search for Actuate bio, and you can be able to get us there. And also something else, we also have a book. It's called Healthcare on Blockchain. And I'm going to paste the link in the chat box. You can go and check that out. And if you want to, if you want to know more about healthcare on blockchain, that book is perfect. So thank you very much, everyone, for attending our session. And we're going to adjourn the meeting unless there are any more comments. Okay. So yes, I've shared the form. Go ahead and fill the form, and we'll see each other next Saturday when we dive deeper into PancakeSwap. As we've all heard, PancakeSwap has a lot of features, and we're going to explore more of that next Saturday. So yeah, the meeting is adjourned.
All right.